not the easiest thing to do. Actually, I guess it's the easiest thing to do, but not the easiest thing to make last. It's kind of like trying to get past the gas and the fumes of chitlins being cooked in your kitchen right before they get cleaned, just before they be good, but right at that time that it's really funking up your house. And you're trying to figure out how to go long distance. Because before you became married, you were trying to stay celibate, trying to maintain your celibacy, trying to be a better person. And so you pray a lot. Because something about long and distance in the same sentence, trying to get past the stinky times, trying to get past those chitlins times so you can actually get to the hog maws. Something about them hog maws. Hog maws and collard greens make me think of money and my grandmother, who never worked a day in her life for anybody else, who never saw my grandfather work a day in his life for anybody else, whose marriage together went a long distance because, see, she taught us about celibacy and the power that it brought to their marriage because they'd never been with anyone else. See, they were married in spirit and they were married physically. They were together forever till death did them part. And she was always cooking chitlins on New Year's. Something about it being good luck or something, and we really didn't buy it because of that funky smell, but something about that funky smell used to bring back memories to my grandfather, and he'd smile at that stench that floated out, that reminded him of bad times and good times and how good it felt after the bad times, because you knew once we got to the hog maws and the collard greens that that was a good party. That's marriage, y'all. Something about celibacy, but not in that physical way that you think that way, that you decide to be pure for you, to keep your mind together for you. Because once you love you, then you can really love somebody else. And marriage goes to a whole nother level. Because then again, how can we be whole if we're only two quarters? I'm just saying. Marriage and celibacy rarely ever meet these days. Because, you know, we try to give everybody an interview before we sign them on for the long distance. We want to give everyone the interview before we sign them on for long distance. And what happens in the midst is you wake up, next lay in the sweaty midst of someone who smells like chitlins when you could have just stayed celibate and got into that marriage point with someone who was really ready for you, who could go the long distance. I'm just saying. Sometimes we need to interview ourselves. Do I want to marry me? Check. Is my own credit good? Check. Do I? I think you didn't learn. Is my own credit good? Check. Do I like waking up next to me in the morning? Check. Do I like how I look in the morning without the makeup, without the weed, without the extras, without the extras? Yeah. Check. Yeah. Say that shit. I'm telling you, marriage. I love y'all. Marriage is something serious, y'all. And before you entertain giving up all your individualities and shedding everything that you had to get with him, and he sheds everything he has to get with you, keep in mind, he won't always smell like Angel on a good day. He won't always look like fresh money out of the good press. There'll be nights when he's worked all day and chitlins is what he's smelling like. And you gotta be able to love him after the chitlin smell. Yeah. You gotta be able to wanna get up, make his plate, make his plate, I said it, after he smells like chitlins. You gotta wanna, oh Lord. You gotta be willing to love her like God loved the church. Yeah. Rewind. You gotta be willing to love her like God loved the church. I ain't gonna rewind it because I'm nervous. But for real, y'all, every night won't be pretty. Every day won't be sunshine. We all don't smell like love in the morning. Sometimes chitlin, you gonna smell it. Sometimes celibacy, you wish you still had it. But the reality is you become one. And for your marriage to go a long distance, you gotta push through all of the chitlin experiences so that you can get to that pinnacle in some kind of way. Make it through the long distance.